Maybe you've been there, you're in a panic, you're locked out of your car or your house, you don't have time to shop around. The first locksmith who answers the phone gets the job.
Problem solver Rob Wolchek says one company makes sure they're always first on the phone. He joins us tonight with a Hall of Shame investigation.
Hello, Monica. The company is called Run Local Locksmith. They're always first, but they may not be the most reasonable. Aren't you the locksmith king?
Yes, I am.
There are a few things you should know about Mani Agababayev.
I'm a business owner like every single legit business owner in America.
He's a ruthless businessman.
I don't create business to crush others. I create business to success. And God bless me.
His locksmith business, Run Local, has hundreds of unhappy customers all over the country.
You're coming to me with 199 complaints from Better Bureau Business?
Yep. And one more thing. He's starring on the silver screen as a badass mobster.
He's smart, ruthless, borderline psychotic.
You a master locksmith or you movie star? Which one is it?
Both of them.
Mani Agababayev may someday get a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. But for now, he's got to deal with the Hall of Shame.
I don't think so. I want to explain to you about my business in the middle of the street.
Why not?
Because I don't want it.
Well, I want it.
So what do you want it? That doesn't mean you're going to have information from me about my business in the middle of the street. You're surprising me like I'm the killer.
So how's this business work? Say you lock your keys in the car and you're in St. Louis. You Google St. Louis locksmith and the first number that pops up is Run Local Locksmith. Same thing happens in Little Rock, Arkansas. You Google Locksmith Little Rock, first thing that pops up, Run Local Locksmith. Locked down in Los Angeles, Run Local Locksmith promises 15-minute service here too. But your call isn't going to be answered by a local locksmith in those cities. It's most likely ringing here, in this office in Centerline, Michigan, the headquarters of Run Local Locksmiths.
Run Local Locksmith is really just a call center that represents independent locksmiths across 25 states.
The Run Local operators inside this building contact a locksmith in whatever city you're calling from and take a cut of that locksmith's services. What percentage do the locksmiths get?
That's not your business. I don't think so. I want to put my percentage on the street.
Yeah, he's a big cheese who created this middleman business. Middleman Mani.
And I am success because I do things straight, legit.
TV stations around the country have done stories on Run Local because customers say they're being quoted one price on the phone and being charged way more once the local locksmith shows up. At the Fox station in Denver, they went as far as calling this a locksmith scam. The reporter was told by the Run Local operator it would be $19 to unlock her car.
It's $95 for the labor for this car, plus the $19.
Local TV stations can't confront the boss of Run Local because he's here in Michigan, so instead, they just chase after the locksmiths.
Are you trying to rip people off?
But this Run Local locksmith.
Bye.
Do you have anything to say?
Can't run from our cameras.
Have a nice day.
This guy wasn't even in a locksmith vehicle, just a car with Florida plates, and remember, this was in Denver. The Colorado Attorney General's office brought action against Run Local, claiming their ads promising a 15-minute response time at a $15 charge were misleading. Mani paid a $22,000 fine and promised to change his tactics in that state. But that hasn't stopped him in the rest of the country.
They advertise nationally in every state that doesn't require some kind of certification.
Certified locksmiths like Daniel say Run Local's deep pocket dominance on Google is crushing their business. Now, what do you charge to unlock a door usually?
Between $50 and $60.
Daniel doesn't have to pay a middleman. So what do the Run Local locksmiths charge?
$189 plus tax, so it was like $204.
Tyler locked his girlfriend Kelly's keys in her car at Somerset Mall.
I just looked on Google.
And Run Local Locksmith was on top. Some dude in a plain van showed up.
He opened my car in like 2 minutes.
Here's another of Mani's customers.
It said local, so I thought it was in Ann Arbor.
Nancy lost the keys to her '99 Sunbird. The local locksmith went to work.
I watched him open the lock, 20 seconds at most. 20 minutes later, handed me this key, handed me a bill for $500-something.
Here's the bill, here's the key. So you don't even have like a full key with a...
Right, I said, well, why doesn't it have it? And he said, well, that's 20-some extra dollars if you
$20 extra to put a little plastic end on it?
Yes.
George thought he was calling a local guy when he had a jammed lock at his business.
He unscrewed the lock, looked at, sprayed some goodie in there, put it back together, and charged me $100.
George says the person on the phone said it would be $15. How'd you get in the locksmith business?
That's something I don't want to answer.
So who is Mani Agagabayev anyways? Google his name and you'll see mysteriously authored press releases on this tycoon of business. Every person who has experienced the services of Mani Agagabayev has always been satisfied. There is not a single person who has ever been dissatisfied with his services. Obviously, Mani thinks a lot of himself, or at least the supposed author does. John Cena, the WWE wrestling star. And speaking of stars, I also found out Mani is starring in an upcoming movie.
I killed it! I killed those. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me.
At one point in the trailer, an actor actually mentions Mani's character being a middleman.
Why do we need you as our middleman?
He may dream of being an A-list movie star, but his locksmith biz has an F rating with the BBB.
We service 5,000 customers a week. Do you know how many customers that's a year?
Yeah.
Okay, how many of them?
Well, I don't know.
That's almost 250,000 customers.
Okay.
You're coming to me with 199 complaints from Better Bureau Business?
Mani doesn't seem to have a problem with the complaints. He won't disclose what percentage he takes for his locksmith referrals or how much money he makes. He looks at himself as some kind of a hero.
Do you know what's the problem in America? Just because Mr. Mani Aga, like you call him movie star, just because Mr. Mani grow up and be success, just because he legit and servicing everyone, holidays, day and night, no sleep, just to service you with your little baby at 3 o'clock in the morning when you locked out your car in the snow. That's me coming saving you and your baby when you're outside the door. So I don't think so all this necessary, but guess what? That's good for me.
But remember, Mani's not doing the locksmithing. He's just taking the calls and farming out the jobs for a piece of the apple pie.
God bless America, and God bless you too.
All right.
Do you want to give me any business card so I can reach you?
Here's a business card, okay?
God bless you.
All right,
Thank
see you later.
Do me a favor, show the right things on TV.
Well, I'm going to talk about your complaints.
Anytime.
You covered yourself well.
Out of 250,000 customers. Don't forget that never.
With that, the movie star, middleman marketing locksmith, makes his Hollywood exit. Hey, Mani, I got a place for you, and a locksmith's not going to get you out of the Hall of Shame. Mani told me his company refunds a lot of money every year to their customers, and indeed, some of the customers said when they complained to the company, they got some of their money back, but they still thought they were overcharged. Mani's movie should hit the big screen in a couple of weeks. He says, just like Run Local Locksmiths, it will be opening nationwide. Monica?
Rob, I don't know how much money this guy makes, but making your own movie is not cheap.
Yeah, I think he's making a lot of money. This is, he's got it going all across the country, and he's taking in a lot of money, I would imagine.
And do we know what kind of a cut he's getting out of these? Does it go market to market?
I have heard that it's quite a big cut. So, but I don't know for sure. He wouldn't answer any of those questions. But he's making money, definitely. Yeah. He's running it all over.
And nothing on the surface illegal.
Nothing on the surface illegal. However, some of the Attorney General's office, including ours, has gotten some complaints on him. And consumer protection type laws they're looking at right now.
And this is a lesson for all of us. If you're locked out, do call the local guy. Not just the first name that pops up on Google, but a local person if you can.
If you can find that person. If you can find that person. I mean, when you're panicked and you're looking for a locksmith, you're not going to really shop around. You're standing outside in the cold, and he's got a good little business going for him.
All right, Rob, thank you. And don't forget, you can be the first to know anytime Rob is ready to put somebody in the Hall of Shame. Be sure to follow him on Twitter at Rob Wolchek.